Hello, 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 hello. And welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kostler. And this is my progression style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know what that means, as I immediately burp, if you don't know what that means, you can always check out the video description in below the video. Or if you happen to be in live chat, you can type in !intro to get a link to the introductory video, which explains my methodology behind this kind of stuff, this kind of playthrough. If you'd like to know the next time that I go live, again, you can always subscribe to the channel, but there's also a community Discord. You can type an !Discord into the chat, or check out the video description for that same link. Want to get those go live notifications through Discord. Finally, this is not a reaction style playthrough. It's not my first time playing through the game. My main is up to date with patch 6.55, the latest patch as of this recording. So if you're worried about any sort of spoilers between patch 2.0, where my current character is, and patch 6.55, any sort of supplemental material, any publicly available Dawn Trail information, any stuff like that, you consider that stuff spoilers to talk about for your personal playthrough, then this is your opportunity to scoot on out now. Alright, with all the preamble out of the way, we are so close to being done with our crafting jobs here. All we have left is the alchemist right here to get completed. So we are going to immediately get started with getting those crafts in. We're gonna do, we'll say, about halfway through the crafts, then go to the actual location, the actual guild, turn those in so we can get our upgrades to our gear, and then finish it off. So as usual, poke over here. Actually, let me go ahead and do my mending. Pull up alchemist quests. We are on all your beeswax. Yeah, we are on. Alchemist is definitely our earliest job that we had. We are still on super low level stuff. Do I have any beehive chips? Let's go and check. 100% the Alchemist Guild will have the beehive chips. It might actually just do to, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head straight to Ul'dah. I imagine in Ul'dah at the Alchemist's Guild, they're gonna have the beehive chips that we need. Everything that we need. So I need to make 12 of this. There's 3 each. Three into 1, so I need 36. Probably need some cinnabar. So let's just buy a stack of 99. And potion of intelligence. Intel. Intel. I might need a potion of intelligence myself. Okay. Rock salt, bee skin blood, and red land crap. So 1 rock salt, 1 bee skin blood, and 1 red land trap leaf. Potion of dexterity. We need one more rock salt and a bat fang. Down slightly on my end. Then an engraved grimoire. Engraved grimoire. It's engraved leather grimoire. I need 2 things of leather, 1 thing of ash log. Things of leather. 1 of ash log. Do I have any? No. So, crafting. I need 1 more thing of leather. Maple log. A hempen yarn. Enchanted copper ink. Is a beast skin blood. And 2 things of copper sand. And I think that leaves me to when I'm gonna actually have to go and get my own materials. So let's switch back on over. So we needed 12 beeswax. I think we ran out of the tea that we were using before. We've got this other stuff. Synthesize it once. Everything to this, everything through where we're gonna get, we don't need high quality. Only when we need to make this natron do we need high quality. One more. Alrighty. Let's lower the quality. Alright. Potion of intelligence. Potion of intelligence in our inventory, which is kind of funny. Dexterity. Our grave leather grimoire into leather grimoire into copper ink. also need to not leather, hard leather. Engraved hard leather grimoire. Engraved hard leather grimoire. Not that big of a deal. So 2 hard leather, 2 hard leather, 1 U-log. Elm log. It looks like these, I think. Have to go in likely grab from our retainer. Iron sand. We do have iron sand here. Viscous secretions. Igorp has that. And then log. Froggies has that. So 3rd tab in Seagorp. Log. Elm log. 2nd tab in Proggies. Get another, I think, a hard leather. Buy some. I have any, well, I guess have any already out there. 1 in the inventory. Did merchant. Tradecraft. Person that I'm looking for. Carry tradecraft. Hard leather. Or not. Did I make hard leather? Animal hide. Tab 4 in Proggies. Alright. Now, this thing has some materia, or a slot for materia. So we are good to go. Turn in all this stuff so that I get some upgrades to my tools. Then just in one go. Alright, Severine, I think I made you a pompous asshole. I'm trying to remember what the voice was. It seems some unexpected matter has Guildmaster Severine more agitated than usual. I remember your face this time, my most helpful assistant. It is most fortuitous that I do, for the irksome effort I have expended in grooming your budding skills is about to be rewarded. My muling subordinates have requested that I put aside my personal research for but a moment or two to shoulder a portion of the guild's workload, even going so far as to force upon me some other alchemist's petty task. But fools to think I am the sort of guild master that contributes in such a mundane capacity. If they wanted an accommodating drudge to head the guild, then they should have not elected me to the post. Gods know there are others about the frontistery who would have been better suited to the leadership position. It's times such as these that I curse my blood ties to the Syndicate. Personally be content to eschew such tedious duties in favor of mine own work. Which of course brings us to this moment. It is with great relief that I entrust this matter of beeswax to you. 12 lumps of beeswax, to be precise. Yes, I knew you'd prove your worth before long. Now to work, to work. Such bliss that my research might progress unhindered by some bothersome requests. Speaking of which, have you created the beeswax as I asked? These will never be used for the Sultana's bedchamber candles, but the quality is passable, I suppose. This is indeed a wonderful arrangement. Perhaps I should pass on to you the mantle of Guildmaster in its vexatious entirety. Now, the beeswax you have brought me is, as you must surely realize, the purified form of the substance honeybees use to build their hives. Candles are the most obvious use for this refined material, but beeswax may also be used to enhance leather goods or be mixed with dye to create painting supplies. It is not the most difficult material to create, though keeping the quality consistent for such a large batch speaks well of your attention to detail. I had thought to be content with not more than a convenient lackey at hand, but mayhap with further training, must somehow supplement your studies, but I am loath to be parted from my workbench. Thankfully, I am aware of the perfect solution to this quandary. Tradecraft leaves. A selection of alchemical odd jobs should be available to you at the Adventurers Guild. Speak with the fellow at the desk, Eustace, I think it was. In any case, you should be provided with ample opportunity to practice your discipline, and even receive payment while doing so. Remember, your improvement is my utmost concern. Bum, brum, bum, 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 brum, bum. Guildmaster Severine appears to be losing the battle against exhaustion. And mix the volatile. Oh, it's you. Have you not yet learned to concoct potions in your sleep? Admittedly, the results are not always what one dreamed they would be. Now, I might deduce from your unrequested presence that you deem your skills sufficiently sharpened and seek further instruction, or do you derive some perverted sense of enjoyment from my irritable reaction? Whichever the case may be, alchemy is certainly a discipline for the curious and the curious of nature. Allow me then to assign you another task. This time I require you to create 1 potion of intelligence and 1 potion of dexterity. I am at a critical juncture in my research, so I shall dispense with any lengthy explanations. Surely you need not have me list every eye of newt and fang of bat you need at this point in your education. Are the potions concocted and bottled? I shall field no questions or queries until this is done. Considering the lack of guidance on my part, you have done tolerably well. As you have discovered, the main catalyst for a potion of intelligence is the primal essence of life, such as that found in the blood of beastskin, curls and wolves and the like. The effect is diminished should the blood be allowed to clot, but you seem to have avoided that novice mistake. Potions of dexterity, on the other hand, make use of finely ground bat fangs. The practice of using the powdered form of fang, horn, or tusk in the creation of alchemical mixtures is an Eastern technique I am glad to see you have willingly adopted. Either of these concoctions is beyond the skill of most neophyte alchemists. It comes of something of a surprise that my sporadic bouts of instruction are proving so effective. In fact, in celebration of your achievement, it is only fitting that you deliver these triumphs to the guild's customer in person. I shall regretfully remain behind, ensconced in my work. Your delivery will take you to the Colosseum, where you should seek a lady by the name of, what was her name? Yes, Ardara. Pray return to me once your task is complete. It's the Gladiators Guild. Oh, are you from the Alchemist Guild? I thought my order would never arrive. You have the potions, don't you? Are these the ones I asked for? I don't know. I just thought the vials would be more ornate. Well, I must do something to pretty them up before I present them to friends the fair. I suppose I should be glad it was you in charge of my request and not the guild master. I mean, one hears stories about the head of the Alchemist Guild. To be honest, I was half expecting the potions to be hold some foul liquid, if they held anything at all. They say Severine has powerful connections and more gil than he can count, but all he does is waste away at his workbench performing experiments. What kind of research could possibly be so important that he would spend every moment chained to his alchemical devices? But listen to me gossiping away when I have gifts to prepare. I do hope my beloved friends will be impressed. Well, independently wealthy, you can kind of do whatever you want. Ugh. Oh, my loyal assistant. The task is done. I'm sure I made not the slightest mention of any task. But now that you mention it, I do seem to recall dropping some niggling irritation into your capable hands. And what then has transpired? I see. More concerned with the vessel than the contents, was she? Don't expect much more from those who are not intimately acquainted with alchemy's true beauty. Of course, I'm finding I can no longer count you among that rabble. Should you continue down this path of mastery, the day might come when you too might join me in the quest for alchemy's ultimate. Yes, I almost forgot the matter of payment. Now, we both best be returning to our work. Guildmaster Severine wishes to test your growing proficiency with a new task. My able assistant, I recognize that look of intense hunger. You wade waist deep in the mire of alchemy. Well, it is that you display such desire, for I stand ready with a task that will further test and expand your proficiency. I have a request from an arcanist by the name of... Well, I have a request from a certain arcanist. He requires an alchemist to construct for him an engraved hard leather grimoire. But as is so often the case, the matter is not as simple as it first seems. Yew logs, one of the materials used in the creation of the tome, will not be found in any local Uldan stall. Thus it falls to you to take up botany and gather the material yourself, or, almost as bothersome, scour the market boards of the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. As if this endeavor were not already sufficiently laborious, the client also requests that the tome be enhanced with materia. Must I explain materia to you? Very well. Materia is the crystallized essence of a well-used piece of gear, the physical manifestation of an item's history with its wielder, if you will. It is not well understood exactly how these crystals work, but they have the effect of improving the properties of the objects to which they are attached. Do not expect me to provide a lecture on the intricacies of crafting materia. There was a goblin at the bonfire in the central Thanalan who was more than willing to babble about such things. Mutamix. Yes, that was his name, Mutamix. As for the type of materia, the Arcanist was specific in his lack of specificity. You are free to experiment with whichever kind you wish. Glorious. Bring the materia enhanced tome to me once it is complete, while I shall be shifting through my memory for the name of our expectant client. I have every confidence in your aptitude for these time-consuming errands. Do you recall your task? Yes? I shall be needing the leather-bound tome with materia attached if I am to strike this undesirable duty from my list of distractions. Ah, not a moment too soon. You may see for yourself the Arcanist's reaction to your undoubtedly fine work. I send word that he should visit the guild forthwith, thus avoiding the tiresome business of delivery. Great Thaliak, is this masterful creation to be my grimoire? And look, it's bound with materia just as I asked. You would expect aught less from the assistant to the guildmaster himself. Now, Arcanist, before you depart, perhaps you might favor the creator of your new tome with an explanation of its nature. The nature of my grimoire? Well, yes, of course. For an arcanist to weave his spells, he must conjure in his mind the image of distinct mystical diagrams known as arcane geometries. These geometries are inscribed upon the pages of a grimoire, such as the one you constructed at my request. The most important aspect of any grimoire is the quality of the ink used to illustrate its pages. Geometries drawn with ink that is especially conducive to the flow of ether allow the arcanist to more effectively channel his magical strength. Thus, when one is in need of a new grimoire, one must turn to an expert in the making of this liquid gold, an alchemist. And Thaliac be praised, I was blessed with the attentions of a true artist. Should I ever wish to add to or enhance my tome, I know exactly to whom I will turn. Thank you, Master Alchemist. Master Alchemist now, is it? I suppose you must appear so to the uninitiated. Faulty perspective though it may be, it is cause for exhalation. Cast aside modesty and bask in the glow of your accomplishment. Do not let your ambition wither in the shadow of satisfaction, unless, of course, you wish to remain assistant forever. Alrighty, so from there we need to get back to making our own stuff. So, Natron. Effervescent water and rock salt. Should have both of those in our retainers. Tab. Effervescent water and rock salt. Here we do have to have them be high quality. Alchemist we already have. Waste not level 2, so that difficult to accomplish, even with the lesser quality food. Let's see, did I make anything else that gave? Natron, then weak blinding potion. Weak blinding potion. Some quicksilver. Batwing and a bat fang. Froggies. Fang. Fang. It's 3 of them, but I think you make 3 when making 1. High ether. Might just have some of this. Hold on. But they're not high quality, so I need to make it distilled water. Do I have any extra distilled water laying around? No. You have some muddy water from Proggies. Matron's mistletoe and a mandrake. The muddy water. The mandrake is in Seagorp. Here. Then Matron's mistletoe and the muddy water are in Proggies. So, water. Oh, it's just MP. High potion of strength. Have them, but not high quality. Stars on leg. Ilbun. Froggies. Tab. Second tab. Already started. My food gone. Some Mega potion of intelligence. Mega. Intelligence, mind, and vitality. Black scorpion. Froggies and sandworm. Froggies. Then vitality, grenade ash, froggies, pudding flesh. We need to get some pudding flesh. Grenade ash, and then last one was mind. Yes. Ariman wing. Those in. Pudding something? Pudding flesh. Potion of mind. We are far off. Got an excellent in there, so that should. Enough there. Right. A potion of intelligence. We have Birgat's Blessing. Paladin. Budding Rosewood Wand. Budding. Right, that's fine. Because I only need to turn in one Mega Potion of Mind. So I need Spoken Blood from Seagorp. Rosewood Branch, also in Seagorp. Both of them on the third tab. Rosewood Branch, Spoken Blood. Budding Rosewood Wand, yeah. Growth Formula Gamma. Ooh. Leaf Trap, and then we have what we need. We have the Cinnabar that we need. So this is in Proggy's fourth tab. I think the reason that those ended up being harder than a lot of the other ones, because there wasn't anything to build into it. It was just raw materials, so I didn't have anything to give me starting quality. Raw materials you can are much easier to make. Formula Epsilon, go Formula Gamma. Push that off. Quick tongue level 3. Out we have two each. Not that expensive. Guildmaster Severine's foul mood hints at another unwanted task awaiting your assistance. You disturb me at a most delicate stage in my experiments. Timing is... That is to say, my dear assistant, your timing could not be more fortuitous. For you see, once again, my incorrigible colleagues have foisted upon me a most unstimulating assignment. You can imagine my consternation at this continued effrontery. But when I consider the ease with which you performed your prior task and my desire to find a greater challenge to test your alchemical aptitude, the solution to this onerous situation becomes glaringly obvious. Thus I do turn over this misappointed duty to a more fitting recipient. Your task this day is to manufacture a pinch of the highest quality natron. You do understand that this order cannot be fulfilled with any average sample, yes? But I feel I must warn you, the quest for greater quality may ensnare you with an entirely new level of obsession. How fare you in your quest for quality natron? I understand only too well the lure of attaining perfection, but for an alchemist, the timing of results must also be a consideration. Let us inspect the fruits of your labor. Yes, the substance is indeed natron, and what a pinch of powdery magnificence it is. With this level of quality, it will perform wonders in any field of application. I would not be surprised to see our client return time and again for more and more. You shall be doomed to create nothing but your wondrous powder for the rest of your living years. Lest you think that a jest, I would have you realize the sheer range of practical use for this material. It is found in the manufacture of glass, the treatment of wool, and even the mixing bowls of culinarians. Though alchemy is required to produce natron, the substance is of far greater value to many other disciplines. In this way, the benefits of alchemical discovery find their way into every facet of civilized life. The era when we alchemists were branded as crazed heretics is now all but a forgotten page in the history books. Not that I am overly concerned with such opinions. The current attitude of acceptance merely allows me to continue my research with relative freedom, you understand? The manner in which my work might eventually be put to use is of little interest to me compared to the results themselves. I do not seek to contribute to the well-being of society, nor amass a glittering fortune overnight. Probably because you're already wealthy. No, my entire being's focused on one thing only. Soon I'll have one last task for you to perform, Once done, I shall permit you to assist me during my ascent to the absolute pinnacle of alchemy. I care not about money. Pile of gold behind him. Guildmaster Severine wishes to once more gauge the progress of your alchemical mastery. Aha, I see you've further immersed yourself in the bog of alchemical pursuit. The time is ripe once more to gauge the degree of mastery you've thus far attained. And as if by divine providence, a task suited to just such a purpose has but recently landed on my workbench. The client requests the creation of 3 high-quality flasks of blinding potion, a sublime toxin indeed. Do not flinch at the mention of poison. If one means to learn the art of preserving life, one must also become intimate with death and destruction. Yes, but with a single spoonful of a chosen concoction, alchemy can restore health or cause grievous harm. This is the perfect initiation to the deeper secrets of our discipline. Do not tarry a moment longer to work. Take care that the blinding potions you concoct are especially efficacy are especially efficacious. The creation of such exquisitely dangerous substances is a reward in itself as the train goes by. Gently now, gently. Yes, one can almost grasp the strands of inky darkness swirling within these baleful brews. Though it may appear lethal, this concoction is not designed to steal life, only sight. An unpleasant mix of bat remnants and quicksilver. My eyes begin to water at just the thought of the ingredient. Such potions as you have created hold the potential for all manner of dastardly deeds. Bear the flasks with pride as you deliver them into the hands of a Mikote lass who awaits you in Pearl Lane. And no, I have not forgotten her name. She apparently did not give one when she left the order. I know only that the lass is affiliated with one of Uldah's resident bandit gangs. Swiftly now, let us not test their patience. Wonder if it's the Alacran Mikote from the Pugilist Guild quests. Are you the head potion brewer's lackey, are you? Let's have the goods then. I see Severin did nothing to put a stop to this. He should know full well the consequences of handing over such dangerous substances to a criminal organization. Confused, I am Wabula of the Sultan Sworn. I infiltrated the notorious robber gang, the Velvet Hands, after learning of their plans to attempt a bloodless heist at the palace. An attempt I can only assume is meant to emulate Mistbeard in his legendary act of larceny. Blinding potions were to be a key element in their scheme. Wondering how your guildmaster would handle a request from such unsavory elements, I insinuated myself into a position to receive the delivery. Lack of restraint is disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. He's not the man he once was. Oh, certainly, Severin has always had a passion for his work, but ever since the tragic events of the Calamity, it has become an all-consuming obsession. Your superior may as well have upended one of these flasks over his own head, for the little he sees of the world that flows unnoticed around him. Would you take a message back to the guild for me? I want you to tell Severin to cease this inane quest of his. At first, I thought the distraction of his research might prove beneficial. He has lost all sense of self-control. No, my sister would never countenance this destructive behavior. I will have nausea returned to me. I don't know this nausea lady. You were absent too long. Too long. Your delivery was well received, yes? She demanded that I return nausea. I see you've met the cold-hearted and conniving Wabula. I have not the slightest intention of giving up on nausea now. I must remain focused on the successful culmination of my greatest experiment, so that she might finally, so that I might tell her. These matters have no place in our discussion. Again, you have spared me a bothersome interruption, and proven your alchemical expertise in doing so. From this day forth, I shall think of you no longer as my lackey, but as an assistant in truth. Soon we shall achieve the ultimate expression of alchemy. I bid you return to your studies and prepare for that glorious moment. Frankenstein? Guildmaster Severin wishes to assign you a minor task. Eagerly have I awaited your return, my able assistant. Does your chest not ache with the intake of every excited breath? Do you not tremble in joyous anticipation as your hand reaches forth, seeking to nudge open the door into the realm of alchemy's most sought-after secrets? You? Well, try to ignore that feeling for now. Before we can fully commit ourselves to our research, there remain a few irksome details that must first be addressed. As ever, I speak of these unending orders from the guild. Brew this potion, concoct that elixir. Surely you grow as weary as I of these constant demands on our precious time. Must be allowed to concentrate. I have an idea to end these nibbling distractions, and it involves you. March over to Dietrich's desk and petition for a complete cessation of these interruptions. I'd handle it myself, but I fear the man's become unheedful of my words. Master Severin demands to be spared from any further official guild duties. I'm a simple receptionist. How can I possibly deflect the expectations of our senior members? His obsessive research is wearing thin the patience of both colleagues and clients alike. I fear if we do not restore at least a modicum of goodwill, his attempts to redirect tasks will be met with the staunchest of opposition. I doubt our guildmaster realizes the precarious state he finds himself in. It is only his substantial skill in alchemy that convinces others to tolerate his growing eccentricity. That said, many would gladly trade that skill if it would return him to his former, somewhat less manic self. Nay, it was not always like this. But ever since the calamity robbed him of his one true love, I've witnessed him transform into this feverish madman, desperately racing through experiment after experiment. I delve into areas best left unexplored. We should return to the topic at hand. Of the various orders the guild needs met, one of the highest priority is a request for a vial of high ether, commissioned by one of our more valued patrons. I would suggest that you lend your focus to this particular assignment and create an uncommonly potent sample for delivery. Perhaps then it would be enough to both satisfy the patron and allow enough forbearance to free the guildmaster of other tasks. I hesitate to encourage this kind of behavior, of course, but I realize what Master Severine's work means to him. I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on him. I fear for his well-being, and you are the closest thing he has to a friend. Well, did that browbeat Dietrich fellow? Did you browbeat that Dietrich fellow into submission? Conditional surrender. I suppose a single vial of high ether is a small price to pay, but let it not be said that my assistant fails to deliver. You will need to employ advanced and somewhat involved alchemical techniques to produce the elevated quality of high ether required. Best you begin at once. How does your work progress? Have you succeeded in concocting that remarkably efficacious high ether? Efficacious. Yes. Rejoice, my impressively adept assistant, for you have forged the key to our freedom. Who could not be moved by such a masterful example of mana-restoring splendor? Mayhap your post-assistant career lies in the manufacture of this wonderful substance. You would, I suspect, need to purchase coffers that they might overflow with coin. Even among alchemy's more incredible inventions, the manufacture of ether stands out as a singularly profitable venture. It is an innovation that changed the face of battle. Mages were no longer limited by their natural reserves of etheric energy. A few swallows of alchemical brilliance and a sorcerer could fuel another barrage of spells. Cannot, of course, sustain their powers indefinitely. As we have already discussed, any potion taken in excess becomes the equivalent of poison. Oh dear, was I lecturing again? It is difficult to contain my passion for alchemy, with the goal of my labors looming so close on the horizon. You have accomplished a minor miracle today, my dear assistant. With all obstructions to our research thus adroitly removed, let us move on to the final stage of experiments. Adroit's a fun word. Guildmaster Severine appears beside himself with excitement. Where have you been, my tardy assistant? I feared I would have to begin applauding myself. You bring the wine to toast this momentous occasion? No, well, no matter. Let us not waste time with such extraneous celebrations. The ecstatic rush of triumph within my breast has me sufficiently intoxicated, for I have at long last unlocked the secrets of ultimate expression of alchemy. After countless hours of research and experiments too numerous to mention, I finally hold in my hand the exact recipe required to effect my heart's desire. Come, my astute apprentice, together we shall swing wide the gates of alchemical history. You will aid me by concocting a share of the necessary ingredients. Your task entails the creation of 3 high potions of strength. As you have most likely deduced, they should be brews of extraordinary potency. While you are mixing those vials of vigor, I will be occupied with my own preparations. There is much work to be done for the both of us. Well, do you have those high potions of strength for me? Remember, only the most splendid samples are suitable for a process this demanding and delicate. I shall have to improve the quality of the materials I prepared if they are to be successfully combined with yours. Merely holding on to these vials, I can feel tendrils of might seeping into my weary frame. You have done well to preserve the power inherent in the limbs of a bog Yarzan. Why these concoctions would imbue even the scrawniest of men with the strength to rival Rauger himself. If all the ingredients match this level of quality, our success in this endeavor is assured. Did I perhaps fail to mention what exactly this most ambitious of alchemical processes was intended to achieve? Well, rather than inconvenience both of us with an extremely lengthy and technical experience, it may be faster for me to simply exhibit the results. This is, after all, the culmination of years of dedication and sacrifice. It may very well be that my efforts will end in misery. One must at least make the attempt to suffer the endless guilt of inaction. The time for talk is at an end. I shall now begin the process. From this moment onwards, I must needs have unbroken concentration and solitude. Your devoted assistance has been most appreciated. Aside from myself, you shall be the first to discover what the ultimate alchemical technique has achieved. Guildmaster Severine appears in frantic need of your assistance. This is beyond comprehension. My experiments were conclusive, and yet there remains some fatal flaw in the process. Where does the fault lie? The method, the materials, my interpretation of the results? Must I resort to thaumaturgy after all? Such energies will raise naught but a mockery of life. What another failure. I must retrace my steps. Start again from the beginning. No matter how many times it takes, I will see my alchemy succeed. You, assistant, bring me 3 mega potions, one each of intelligence, mind, and vitality. They must be of unquestionable quality. I care not for excuses. I need you to. Please, my friend, I need your help. The mega potions, dear assistant. Intelligence, mind, vitality, and do not think me fool with some batch of mediocre marvels. Yes, these are suitably superb. As ever, your work is swift, precise, and uncommonly brilliant. Black Scorpion to sharpen one's wit, Ahriman membrane for the mind, boiled grenade ash to fuel vitality. All are necessary components in the alchemical process I attempted earlier, self-same one that ended so abominably. On that matter, I offer my apologies. I was so unwaveringly confident of success. My failure put me in a frenzy to gather a new batch of reagents post-haste. Manage such a feat quickly meant I could not do it alone. I was able, however, to prepare another incomparable mega potion of strength while you were at work on these potations. Properly combined, these 4 of the primary attributes, strength, vitality, intelligence, and mind, can affect mortal resurrection. And now, my dear assistant, you understand what I hope to achieve with this highest of alchemy. Does this revelation shock you? Do you think the dead beyond our reach? That is certainly the common perception. Even I am forced to acknowledge the seeming insanity of my action. But I believe in alchemy's unlimited potential. It was the cause of my regret, and it shall be the source of my salvation. I have spent too long on this path to veer from it now. Do you recall the time we spoke of Wanaja? She was the elder sister of Wabula, Mikote, to whom you delivered these potions of blindness. Wanaja is my one and only love. It was taken from me during the calamity. But I will see her live again. I will not rest until the day I can tell her the one thing she must know. Guildmaster Severin appears to have isolated the missing element of his work. Is that you, my loyal assistant? I've done it. I've isolated the flaw. My understanding of the process was incomplete. The reviving Wanaja's incorporeal form was insufficient. In order to call her spirit and bind it to her body, I needed an anchor of sorts, some manner of memento that she would recognize. But I have no such physical memories, no material object that she might have treasured. That is why I would have you visit her sister, Wabula, and ask if she might spare me a keepsake. While I will start on the A moment of dizziness, nothing more. If I must work, I shall work in my sleep. It would not be the first time, but if all goes to plan, such extremes would not be necessary. Boom, ba ba bum, boom, boom. Severin needs something of Wanaja's she treasured, yet persists in this madness of his. I do not, as Severin believes, seek to forget my dear sister. There are still nights when I lie awake, wishing I had the power to change the past. Wanaja and I were insatiable wanderers, you see. We traveled the world, practicing arts of conjury. I was in Ul'dah, however, where we found home, where Wanaja found Severin. Though the son of a wealthy noble house, he spoke constantly of mastering the secrets of alchemy. My sister thought his childlike passion endearing, and was smitten by her, and he was smitten by her gentle attentions. I wish them naught but happiness. Yet, as was true for many an Eorzean, the night of the calamity brought a brutal end to their joy. I had volunteered to join the allied forces, and, perhaps feeling a twinge of our old wanderlust, Wanaja chose to join me. It became her last adventure. I have nothing left to remember her by, and even if I did, I would not give it to you. But to forestall Severin's inevitable insistence, I'll at least provide you with direction for your futile quest. You might try speaking with adventurers in the quicksand, or merchants at the Ruby Road Exchange. My sister had her fair share of admirers. Perhaps one of them will hold the key you seek. A Ruby Road Exchange is the one with the dancing Mikote. You're at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Naja? Oh my, yes, I knew her. I always envied her her effortless talent. If I had tried to actually use the wand of which she was so fond, I would have likely fainted from the exertion. She did let me hold it once, though. The exact name of the weapon escapes me, but I could tell it was enhanced with quick-tongue materia. It was a grade 3 stone, if that matters. Did I know Naja? My, it's been some time since I last heard that name. Naja and Wabula, the famous conjurer sisters. I found myself quite the fortunate fellow indeed to have run across them in my travels. I heard that the elder did not survive the calamity. I should have liked to see her wield that wand of hers one more time. Such grace, such beauty. Bum 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 bum. Who? Ah, the elder of the Conjurer Sisters. Spoke with her once or twice, I did. I was interested in the wand she carried, budding rosewood, if I recall, and not the standard model either. Seemed she had it specially made. She cut a stunning figure in that robe of hers too. I meant to ask her about it the next time we met, but I never got the chance. Such a shame. I think I can go this way. I don't know if it was the fastest way, but still something. Have you acquired a suitable memento to act as Wanaja's anchor? I am sure her sister Wabula would know if any such object existed. This is Wanaja's rosewood wand. I would recognize it anywhere. You say you crafted this weapon? My wonderful assistant, you are truly full of surprises. Though my love may never have held this particular wand, it is similar enough to the original to serve our purpose. Yes, I could spend the remainder of the day explaining to you the underlying principle of ethereal anchors, but let us carry on with the alchemy, shall we? Now that we have all the necessary materials, we'll once again begin the painstaking process. Stay with me this time, my patient apprentice. You deserve to see the fruits of our labor firsthand. It's been since the calamity. That body's rotten. Unless you put embalming fluid in her, in which case, what is she going to come back to? The components are in place. We should see a result within moments. It will not be the result you desire. Wabula. Turn to me, my sister's remains. You've had your chance, Severine. The process was a success. Everything went perfectly. Even now, Naja struggles free from death's covetous grasp. Why do you persist in deluding yourself? The gift of life is not within alchemy's power to give. The miracle belongs only to the gods. I will not forsake Unaja's memory as you have. The limitless potential of alchemy is beyond your understanding. Foolish, stubborn man. Stop. Stop fighting, the both of you. Naja, is that truly you? Severine, you look awful. Have you been up all night again? New subject of research. Naja, I was working on something important. Terribly important, but I'm done with that now. I must tell you how sorry I am. When I think back on the days we spent together, I remember naught but your quiet smile as you listened to me blather on and on about my work. It was ever the same scene repeated over and over. There was so much more I could have done for you. So many ways I could have made you happy. Please. My dear Severine, that passion is what I love most about you. She's gone. No, she will never be gone. Not while I am here to remember her. Do you mind if Fubula has the wand? A poor substitute for her sister's body, touched by Wanaja's spirit. As for myself, my regrets have been laid to rest. May even sleep in a bed this night. It is strange. There would have been scant moments since I stood at the very peak of my discipline. I am filled with inexplicable ambition. I stand free to devote myself to new alchemical pursuits. Might even consider shouldering a portion of the guild's commissions. Without your help, I don't know that I would have survived my obsession. For here you were, without a doubt, the finest assistant an alchemist could have. I thank you. Now that you have conquered this mountain with me, what will be your next endeavor? The realm of alchemy has no boundaries. The possibilities are endless. I don't really want his eye thing. And with that, we are done with all our job quests through level 50 for all of our disciples of the hand, disciples of the land, disciples of war, disciples of magic, for everything that's available to us. AR still has rogue, but that's not until 2.4. We are still in 2.1. So we can finally move on to start clearing out the side quests and clearing out the guild hests and starting our FC. Oh, done with this little bit here. It is. I'm so glad to be done with this journey. I feel like it's been a month just purely of doing this, but I don't think it's been actually that long. Probably just been 3 weeks, maybe a little less than 3 weeks of just crafting, but it has been a slog to get through. Yeah. I could go and start some of the Guild House stuff, but I think I'm going to call it here. Rather than pollute all this joy with just more work. So yeah. That's going to do it for the stream today. Thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on your way out, I'd be greatly appreciative. If you'd like to know the next time that I go live, once again, like I said at the top, you can subscribe to the channel, or you can join the community Discord, !Discord, or find the link in the video description below. Yeah, we are finally done. Let me go ahead and mark that off my checkboxes here. Just to double check on here. On my checkboxes, I have only 2 more things: complete all guild quests in start a free company. But I need to write in complete all available side quests as well, which I've already done a decent amount. I've cleared out everything in Ul'dah that you could actually do. It's mostly going to be jumping from zone to zone and trying to find anything that's left over. Probably have to make a checklist there as well to make sure that I haven't that I'm not constantly having to go back from zone to zone. Yeah, that'll be it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you the next time I see you.